Because what do we do in America? We file lawsuits, baby. Hey guys, my name is Brittany Janae, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing the case of Leonard versus Pepsi. So this is a case that revolves around a promotional campaign by Pepsi in the mid-90s that led to a legal dispute over a Harrier jet. In a commercial for the Pepsi Points program, Pepsi humorously suggested that 7 million Pepsi points could be redeemed for a Harrier jet, a military aircraft used by the U.S. Marines. The commercial depicted a young man arriving at school in a Harrier jet with the caption saying, "Harrier jet, 7 million Pepsi points."
Introducing the new Pepsi Stuff Catalog. Now, the more Pepsi you drink, the more great stuff you're going to get.
Sure beats the bus.
We're not the only ones that's seen that commercial. John Leonard, a business student at the time, saw that very same commercial and decided to take it seriously. He set out to obtain the 7 million points, intending to claim the jet. Leonard was able to accumulate approximately 15 points and offered to pay $700,008.50 in cash that was equivalent of the remaining points to Pepsi to purchase the jet. Boy, where do you get all that money from? Tell me, okay? So on or about March 27th of 1996, the plaintiff submitted an order form of 15 original Pepsi points and a check for $700,008.50. And at the bottom of the order form, the plaintiff wrote in 1 Harrier jet in the item column and then 7 million in the point column. A letter accompanying his submission, the plaintiff submitted the check that was to purchase the additional Pepsi points expressly for obtaining the Harrier jet as advertised in your Pepsi commercial. Pepsi, however, refused to honor his request by rejecting the plaintiff's submission and returned the check by explaining that, "Hey sir, the item that you have requested ain't a part of this Pepsi stuff collection. It is not included in the catalog or on this order form, and only catalog merchandise can be redeemed under this program." The commercial was meant to be humorous and not a serious offer. Then Leonard's counsel responded to their letter by stating, "This is totally unacceptable. We have reviewed the videotape of the Pepsi stuff commercial and it clearly offers this new Harrier jet for 7 million Pepsi points. Our client followed your rules explicitly. This is a formal demand, that you honor your commitment and make immediate arrangements to transfer this new Harrier jet to our client. And if we do not receive your transfer instructions within 10 business days of the date, this letter, you will leave us no choice but to file appropriate actions against Pepsi." Because what do we do in America? We file lawsuits, baby. That's what we do around here. We get lawyers and we file lawsuits. We will hold you accountable. Okay, so the question is whether the television commercial constituted an offer. So that is the question of this case. Does this ad, was this an offer? And did this young man accept that offer? And did that create a legal binding contract? I don't know. So, the first argument brought by Leonard's defense by Leonard's team is that the commercial constituted a valid offer for a contract, which Leonard accepted by attempting to accumulate the necessary points and offering the cash equivalent for the remainder. He claimed that by meeting the terms of the offer, Pepsi was legally obligated to deliver the Harrier jet. Do you hear me? So, Leonard argued that under the objective theory of contracts, the commercial would have been perceived as a serious offer by a reasonable person. Therefore, it made it a legitimate offer. And so Pepsi was like, "Oh no, no ma'am. This ad was not an offer. So the commercial was not an offer, but more so a joke that was intended to be humorous. This was not a serious offer. Y'all just saw my, I need to work out. They argued that there was no reasonable person that would have believed that a military aircraft could be obtained through the promotion of soft drinks. And so Pepsi further argued that the advertisements are generally not considered offers in contract law, but are instead an invitation to negotiate or make an offer. Therefore, the commercial was not an offer that could be accepted. So Pepsi further points out that the delivery of the military aircraft to a civilian would be against public policy and potentially illegal, reinforcing the absurdity of this claim brought by Leonard. So what do you guys think the court ultimately decided in this case? Let me know in the comments below. Press pause. Let me know before I tell y'all. I think we all know what the court said, but I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds. All right, y'all ready? So the general rule is that an advertisement does not constitute as an offer. Ding, 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 ding. I mean, I'm not gonna get into the legalese of it all in this video, but there's some restatements, right, that says a little something, but I'm not gonna talk about that right here, right now, but just understand that generally an ad is not an offer. And so the court ruled in favor of Pepsi, finding that the commercial was clearly intended as a joke and that no objective person could reasonably, that word again, right, the key word reasonably, would have concluded that the offer was serious. And so the court held that an ad was not an offer, but more of a humorous invitation to negotiate. And even if it had been considered an offer, it was too absurd to be taken seriously. And the doctrine of public policy and the impossibility further supported the idea that the offer could not be legally enforced. In the end, the court sided with Pepsi, but this case reminds us of the power and danger of a well-crafted joke. Next time you see an outrageous offer, remember Leonard versus Pepsico and ask yourself, is this too good to be true? It just might be. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!